Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The real reason Mouch is not in Chicago Fire Season 13 Episode 12. If you're tuning into Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 12, you're likely to notice a key member of the cast is missing in action in what is becoming a regular trend for NBC's long-running firefighter drama. It's become a running theme this season for various members of the cast to miss an episode here and there, with their exits often quickly explained via a one-off conversation. The latest member of the cast to miss an episode is Christian Stolt, whose character does not appear in Relief Cut. Marking the second episode this season, Mouch has missed an episode. As we learn early in the episode, Mouch is taking some time off in order to stay at home and help take care of Trudy following her near-death experience in the One Chicago crossover event. This update comes quickly via a conversation between Herman and Chief Pascal, as we learn that Mouch has taken a few shifts off in order to be there or Trudy, who is recovering nicely and should be back to work in no time, as should Mouch. Given how much Trudy and Mouch both went through, it's not surprising that Mouch would take some time off to be by her side. In the crossover, Mouch nearly lost Trudy, and this was after coming to the realization he had completely forgotten her birthday and blew off a dinner he assumed was to celebrate him instead. Mouch was by Trudy's side in the hospital as she underwent life-saving treatment, and it's of no shock that he'd want to remain by her side to assist in her recovery. It also made for a perfect way for the writers to sideline Mouch for the week, but fans can rest at ease knowing he'll be back before fans know it. This is not going to be an extended hiatus, but rather is simply a part of the budgeting of things, as series regulars no longer appear in every episode of the show in most instances. This is why we often see the occasional member of the cast missing an episode, which often has led the creative team to come up with ways to explain their absences, such as attending classes, taking time off, going out of town, etc. While it might be frustrating for characters not to appear in every episode, we do have to give the writers credit for finding unique ways to write characters out as needed. The good news is most of these writing choices only result in characters missing 1 to 2 episodes, and Mouch should be back in episode 13, which is coming our way on February 12. The absence of Mouch in season 13, Episode 12 of Chicago Fire, was a topic that sent fans buzzing with curiosity. After all, Mouch, played by Christian Stolt, is one of the show's cornerstone characters. His wisecracks, infectious laughter, and undeniable bond with his fellow firefighters have made him a fan favorite. However, for this particular episode, Mouch was notably absent, leaving fans wondering, why? The truth behind Mouch's absence lies in a blend of on-screen dynamics and off-screen realities, but there's also a deeper, more narrative-driven reason for his absence. Let's dive into both the behind-the-scenes explanations and the show's creative decisions to craft this storyline. 1. Behind the scenes, Christian Stolt's temporary absence. Christian Stolt, the talented actor behind Mouch, had a brief break in his filming schedule. As with many long-running shows like Chicago Fire, actors occasionally need to take a step back from their roles for personal reasons, scheduling conflicts, or to pursue other opportunities. While Stolt is a committed and integral part of the cast, there are times when he's unavailable for filming due to other commitments, be it theater productions, movie roles, or simply to recharge after a busy filming schedule. In this instance, Stolt was on a short leave from filming, which created the perfect opportunity for the writers to temporarily write Mouch out of the episode. This is not an uncommon practice on television, especially with supporting characters who may not be central to the episode's main plot. However, it's important to note that Mouch's absence wasn't abrupt or unplanned. The Chicago Fire writers' room, known for its creativity and attention to character arcs, used this break in filming to craft a storyline that would fit seamlessly within the larger narrative of the show. 2. Mouch's absence as a plot device. Chicago Fire is no stranger to using characters' absences as an opportunity to explore other relationships and dynamics within the firehouse. Mouch's absence in episode 12 wasn't just a logistical move, it was carefully woven into the episode's narrative to allow room for other characters to shine. For one, Mouch's absence allowed for a closer focus on the newer faces in Firehouse 51, giving the team a chance to develop more as a unit without the familiar presence of Mouch, who often serves as the heart of the crew. This episode saw a stronger emphasis on the younger, less experienced firefighters, as well as the personal struggles of other long-standing members like Casey and Severide. Mouch's absence also gave an opportunity for the show's humor to be adjusted. Known for his humorous banter, Mouch is a key source of comic relief. His absence opened space for other characters, like Otis and Herman, to step up and bring their own flavor of humor. While no one can truly replace Mouch's dry wit, the episode still maintained a balance of lighthearted moments, keeping the show's signature tone intact. Moreover, the void left by Mouch prompted the team to face some of their emotional growth. Without Mouch around to offer his comforting presence or dry humor, we saw more of the emotional weight carried by the characters who would normally lean on him for guidance and support. This was especially notable in how the team members reacted to the challenges of their respective storylines. The absence of Mouch allowed for deeper interactions between the Firehouse members, showcasing how they support each other in his absence and how much they rely on each other beyond their usual banter. 3. The emotional impact on the Firehouse. Mouch has always been a mentor figure in the Firehouse, particularly to younger members like Joe Cruz and even Kelly Severide. His wise, fatherly attitude and his history with the fire service make him a figure of stability. With him missing from episode 12, the emotional tone of the Firehouse shifted, even if subtly. The crew struggled with navigating decisions and moments that they would have typically turned to Mouch for. For example, in one of the episode's key scenes, Cruz, often the comedic foil to Mouch's jokes, had to take on a leadership role that he might not have been prepared for. Cruz, with his easygoing nature and quick thinking, had to step into Mouch's shoes in terms of supporting the newer recruits. The absence also caused a ripple effect on Mouch's personal life. His wife, Connie, who has always been a calming influence on him, was mentioned in the episode, subtly reinforcing that Mouch's absence is felt not just at work but also at home. This brought attention to Mouch's life outside of the Firehouse, showing how much he means to both his colleagues and his family. It made viewers realize that Mouch's place in the show is more than just a source of comic relief or wisdom. He is the emotional glue that holds the Firehouse together. 4. A catalyst for character growth. Another reason for Mouch's absence was its role in pushing the storylines of other characters forward. Without Mouch there to offer his sage advice or commentary, the episode allowed other characters to grow and face challenges on their own. Severide, in particular, had a crucial moment of vulnerability that might have otherwise been overshadowed by Mouch's larger-than-life personality. The absence of Mouch forced the other characters to rely more on each other, and the show delivered a stronger sense of camaraderie and teamwork. The shift in focus also gave room for Firehouse dynamics to evolve. Mouch's absence inadvertently created a gap that other members of the team filled in different ways. Casey, Herman, and the others had to adjust their methods of working, all the while balancing the team's usual dynamics. This moment of change showed how much each character has grown in their time together at Firehouse 51. It was a moment that subtly highlighted the foundation that Mouch helped build in their relationships, without him being physically present. 5. The future of Mouch on Chicago Fire. Fans of Mouch can rest assured that his absence in episode 12 is not permanent. The writers and producers of Chicago Fire have always been careful to maintain the character's importance within the larger narrative. Mouch will likely return to the Firehouse as his storylines continue to evolve. However, this brief absence was an important moment for the show to explore other dynamics and reinforce the emotional connections that define the Chicago Fire team. This break from the show allowed Mouch's absence to be a meaningful part of the narrative, emphasizing his importance to the Firehouse, while also showing that the team is strong enough to stand on its own without him for a short time. In a way, Mouch's absence was the ultimate tribute to the character. It was not just a moment of missing him, but a reminder of how integral he is to the emotional and humorous balance of the show.